This video is about the topic of being focused while doing your work. And of course, this is a pretty huge topic with a lot of books and blog posts and articles around it, but I just want to give you my personal recommendations that helped me being a developer. So what does it mean? Of course, you want to focus on one task and one task at a time. That is probably designing software, designing a problem, solving a problem, implementing stuff, and writing software, right? And first of all, you want to minimize all distractions. That starts with your computer and your computer environment. And this is actually the reason why I have such a minimalized window manager, a minimalized system, just Linux with the stuff running I need to work and not everything else. Of course, needless to say, you want to shut down all email programs, all social media, all distractions, all push notifications. So silence your phone while you're working. Don't react on push notifications. If you have to react to work emails, then try to set yourself a process of a time, like try to set yourself a timer that every half an hour or every hour you check your emails. And if for some reason that's not possible because you have to react in an instant time, if your boss is sending you an important email, then, for example, you can define some processes like telling him, okay, if it's really important, then and only then he will call you, or he will send you an email with a high priority mark, and only that gets forwarded for a specific time, and so on and so forth. But ideally, you can, and this is normally actually the case, at least for half an hour at a time, just shut down everything that can distract you, and then in half an hour spend 2 minutes checking if there's anything important, and then carry on with your focused work. So this is working quite well for me. And as I said, try to minimize all kind of distractions and notifications. The same is true for context switches, because all these distractions are in fact context switches. Because even if you just look over your task list, over your email inbox, over anything else that's not related to your current work, you kind of get distracted in your thoughts. Then you may read over in an email, oh, I still haven't done it, yeah, I should do this, and so on and so forth, and that doesn't help you. Focus on one thing at a time. I personally don't believe in multitasking, at least not for complex tasks. This doesn't work. So do one thing at a time and do that thing properly, and then move on to the next. Or do some short rest for 5 minutes, make yourself some coffee, and then checking your email or chatting with coworkers, and so on and so forth. So this has been quite helpful, this way of thinking for myself. And the same is true as because I mentioned not getting distracted, even if for your own things, if you have another idea while thinking about a problem, then actually this is true for myself very often. Then I get some, oh yeah, I should do this, and which is totally unrelated to your current work, but you want to keep that thought. You don't want to lose the idea. So what I made for this purpose, I actually wrote, of course you could have all kind of to-do lists, but this is not my point. My point is really having the concept of what I call blindfolds, that you're concentrated on your work and don't even see all the other things. So like all the distraction-free modes the editor have and so on and so forth. So you don't even see the menus because you're not interested in them right now. And the same is true, for example, for to-do lists. So what I did, I just wrote a laughably simple script that adds something to a plain text to-do list, whatever or however you are organizing your to-dos, it doesn't matter. But the point is, I want to add something, some thought. I say, okay, I have to do this. Actually, I don't know why I'm thinking about this, but I want to keep that thought, and then I just want to move on with my work. And if I now open my to-do list or my email or something, then I immediately get distracted from all the things I just by accident read and think about. So, oh yeah, all these 20 tasks I haven't done, oh yeah, I should do this, and I have to contact this guy, and this doesn't work because then you get distracted. So I just want to have a box or a text field, or in my case, a command line editor where I can drop something hit enter and then it's gone, and I know that it will be there and I will take care of it later and I will go through my to-do list later, but now I want to focus on programming. So I've done this, well, I can show you, it's laughably simple. It actually just pushing something to a plain text file plus the date. But as I said, I don't want to open that file right now because that would distract me. And this is what I personally call the concepts of blindfolds. No matter if you're in a distraction-free mode or you have like a drop something here box like this, and you can carry on with your work. Actually, this helped me quite a lot, being in the non-distraction mode. And of course, the same is true for environments. So this is actually a very important topic, depending a lot on how you work. If you work in a noisy office, if you work with a lot of co-workers or in a co-working area and so on and so forth. And this also depends on how you can deal with this problem. So this is actually mostly a thing in your head, if you can focus where there are other people around, or if you can focus if it's noisy. In general, people say, and I would second that, the more noisier an environment is, the worse it is to focus on something. And also the more complex your task you're doing is, the more complex in a way of thinking it is, the more quiet it should be to focus actually. So yeah, this is something to consider. Be nice to your coworkers, be silent yourself, and then all of you can work in a focused way. If this doesn't help, you can actually, like I did, purchase a pair of these. And then, yeah, sounds funny, but it actually helps quite a lot. If you want to be in silence, or of course get yourself a good pair of headphones. But sometimes I personally prefer silence actually for some complex tasks or some other environments. If it's possible to work from remote, that's perfect, depending on if you like to work from remote or not. But sometimes it's helpful just for a couple of hours to be in a quiet room, to be at home, to be in a cafe even, or to be in any other environment that helps you to focus. So I hope you get the importance of this idea. I actually find it's one of the most important topics, to not being distracted and to actually being able to do what you want to do. And maybe you got some ideas for yourself. So now turn off all, shut down YouTube and turn off all your mail programs and start programming again. Thanks for watching.